Okay, we're back, and this is part 3 of the box fall animation. And now we're going to get into the actual animation, how to make the box look like it's just hitting the ground and thumping in. And just as an example, here's the finished animation that I made last time. Okay, and you can see it falling, and it comes in pretty quick and hits the ground, and that's what I want. I want it to really look like it's falling fast. Now, to start, I have my speed set at 10 frames per second. You do need to watch part 1 and part 2 if you don't know what I'm doing here. So I'm going to leave that. By the way, I've streamed Fortnite and sometimes animate at Mr. G Wiz on Twitch. So if you want to pop in there, you can. I'm going to show you this. So here are the secrets I want you to know. One, click on this square. You're going to want to use, here's my really cool keyboard, the arrow keys. So use your arrow keys. See how I'm moving and it's moving? You want to use your arrow keys to animate this fall. And the other thing I want to notice is that you make sure you've got, I'm going to say this again, edit options. Make sure you have preferences turned on and you have onion skin set to 3 or 4. Okay. So I'm going to move this down. I'm going to have it pop onto the screen, just the beginning of the screen. Notice where my orange dot is. I'm going to hit the space bar. Now I just took a picture. Now I'm going to click. Now I'm just going to use the arrows. And now I'm going to move. The last time it was like, I'm going to move it down a little farther. You can see the distance right here. If I zoom in, see how far apart it is. So I'm moving it farther, this distance between here and here and here and here. Space bar. Okay. I'm going to move it again. And I'm going to make that distance even more. Space bar. Now I'm going to make it go even more because it's picking up speed. This is a heavy object. Okay. Space bar. Move it so that it goes even more. And I'm going to zoom out so you can see this a little better. Now I can even look at like where the orange dot is in relation to the line or whatever, but you can see that's clearly farther. Space bar. And then this one, how many is that? Let's see. I think this one, I'm going to just have it hit the ground right there. Yeah. So I'm going to have it hit the ground. I'm going to have it rotate just a tiny bit because the ground changed shape. Okay. And then space bar. Now, just to see if that worked, I'm going to hit play. Boom. It's all right. I'm gonna show you something that I think is important. These keys right here. Oops, I didn't want that to pop open. I want this to pop open here. So if you use these arrows, not the arrows, sorry, the greater than or less than sign, you can scroll forward and backwards through your animation. And that is really helpful in like seeing like what have you done, like what is going on in my animation. So I'm gonna watch this and see, does it get farther each time? Yeah. I might do one more frame here. I'll do one more. I'm going to insert. I right-clicked on this frame. I inserted it between the last frame. So you'll see that it pauses for 2 frames right there. So the second one, I'm going to move down. And I'm going to move it down more. Let's see how that looks. It feels a little slow. I'm going to pick up the speed a little bit. Okay. Now, that is the basics. Every single time, to make it look realistic, you want it to move more farther apart. If something's falling, it's going to get farther apart. If it's going back up, if it's like a ball bouncing up, I have another animation about the gravity that's happening in that. But in this situation, we're watching something fall and hit the ground. I'm going to just go ahead and have my guy snap back up. So I'm going to go one small move and then one big move like this. I'm going to go back. I'm going to have this arm move a little bit forward on that frame, and then it's going to point double. Okay, let's watch that. I'm going to watch this animation now. Okay, Then I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna go to the last frame here, and I'm gonna hit spacebar like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. I'm gonna hit a few more frames at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna hit 10 frames. Boom. Yeah, that's okay. I think it looks good. The gravity looks pretty good, and it looks like it's falling fast. Here's things that are going to look bad. So there's your good animation. I'm going to sneeze. Whew. Okay. Here's how to make it look bad. So if you did that, you should have a smooth falling. And by the way, I changed my speed. Oh, before I move on, it's kind of a little too fast. I'm going to click on the last frame, and then I'm going to go back to, oh my goodness, the beginning. I'm going to right click and say multi-select. Okay. I'm multi-selecting, and I'm going to turn on in-betweens. In-betweens draws a picture between two frames. So if there's two frames and one picture is your guy like this and one's like this, it will draw two other pictures in between those pictures. So I'm going to set it to 2. And then I'm going to click on any one of these frames, and it's going to say, do you want to set all selected frames to this in-between value? Why, yes, I do. Thanks for asking. Now, if I hit play, watch it play back. And it's going to be a lot slower right there. Now I'm going to speed it up a lot and watch it back. Now let's see with the higher speed. I think I'm going to change it to 1 in between. I think 2 is too much. I'm going to highlight all the frames, change it to 1 in between, click. Do you want to set the selected? Yes. So now they should all be set on 1. Yep, they look like they're all set on 1. Let's play that back. It's pretty good. Yeah. I feel like his arm could start moving down when it falls. So I'm going to go back. I'm using the greater than and less than sign. And I'm going to have his body start to move forward here. Like he's like, and I'm only, by the way, I'm not hitting spacebar at all. I'm just using the arrows now because these are frames I've already animated and I don't want it to like, I'm going to delete that frame and that frame. Let's see what happens. I'm just going to watch this. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but let's just see. There's a little, you see that little glitch that happens? I'm going to try to get rid of that glitch. Oh, that's the glitch. So I'm going to delete that one. Delete. Yes. Let's see this. Try again. That's okay. I like it. And then I have that after animation happening, which is the just literally hitting 5 to 10 frames once your object or action has finished, so that we have time to take it in before you start another action. Then you could have your character do something cool. For example, maybe I'm going to have my guy jump over the box or something. Let's I'm going to do that. How much? Oh, let's real quick. Where are we at on this anime? How long is this video? I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. So I'm gonna have him like jump on top of it. I'm gonna have him bend down and jump up on top. You can do whatever you want. Why don't you do something cool? Share it with me what your character does. I'll make another video of the action for after. So I'm gonna stop this video now. This is part 3. Hope that was helpful. I hope that was helpful. ASMR.